Hello and welcome to part 2 of the August 12th, 2012 Setons game. If you've got here without watching part 1, please go to part 1 and don't ruin this for yourself. I think those are some beautiful waves here on the Setons Ocean, so I'm not gonna watch what happens in the game. Just to recap, Mize just got sniped like a noob by Uber, and it has become a 3 versus 2 game, and of course now Uber has just teleported and took out the anti-nuke for Le Pen, and there is going to be a nuke. Actually, Uber in a bit of trouble here. He just got out in time. He was getting hit by a battlecruiser, and that's very significant because this nuke has just been completed, and this will expose Le Pen to a nuclear strike against his naval production. Of course, it looks like Le Pen already has enough navy to kill off Suspect's naval production, and with this many cruisers and battleships, these two bases should disappear shortly. At the same time, we got Ketchup without an anti-nuke. Le Pen does have a GC in the middle here for protection. Ketchup needs to get that anti-nuke going as soon as possible. I don't understand why this nuke isn't flying yet. I think it is now. Oops. It's not what I wanted to do. Some bombers there from Griefer. Doesn't look like they were too effective. An airfight, Grief versus Uber. A bit of a mistake from Grief. Grief trying to retreat, and this is oh man, this even though I think Ketchup is about to die here. Yeah, Ketchup is dead. Well, I guess it's a good choice as well. I guess it doesn't really make sense to nuke Le Pen's naval production anymore. This does open up the gates through the middle, where we do see a really big battleship here from Griefer. I'd like to see Le Pen rebuild his anti-nuke in this position. He still has another anti-nuke, and of course now maybe we'll see more teleports from Uber. Good stuff from Suspect, remaking his navy somewhere else. And I'm not really sure, how did Namir just die? It must have been Griefer. Apologize for missing this. Maybe somebody can tell me how did Namir die. It looked like he had some shields here, and he did have a lot of different things shooting you, and so many missile ships. A whole bunch of missile ships from Grief. So Navy completely belongs to the two remaining players. This is significant that Namir has died, because now this is a 3v2. 4v2 is much easier because you get a huge advantage in unit limit, but 3v2 advantage is not as clear. Of course, now Suspect is not going to have a base very soon. We do have a total air control from Uber. We can check out Le Pen. Only 29 of that. Well, really does not have too much ASF. Fatty from a Griefer. Moving into the middle is going to clean up. We should see the top side trying to rebuild. Interesting Le Pen here with 40,000 reclaim. Griefer with 13,000. Over about 12,000. He's got some mass in the bank, quite a bit of power. Suspect rebuilding shields, mass fabs, has an anti-nuke. One thing I haven't seen is a nuke anywhere from the top side. I'm surprised. Grief is usually a player to make nukes. It looks like he's just going with the missile ships, which is a very good choice. Yeah, this base shouldn't be able to hold on for too long. unless this nuke can kill a whole bunch of ships. Now the metal is getting destroyed. You see, suspect disappeared very quickly. Now the metal is going to disappear, and then eventually a rock is going to disappear. So even though Uber got that excellent snipe against Mize, which is going to give him complete air control, which he's not really using at this point, not winning Navy is going to be extremely difficult. I still don't get how Namir died, but I guess it's not a surprising result given that he was in the middle with both navies aligned against him. I'm mad is running into the back. He's got a whole bunch of ambitious plans in terms of economy. Whole bunch of arty, A on arty. Actually, it looks like they're hitting these missile ships. Griefer needs to start paying attention to his very expensive navy. The metal is getting completely ran over. And Uber means so much ASF, he's at 300. Perhaps something like 40 bombers would be a good choice for Uber to snipe one of the commanders. Of course, first you'd have to find him. Le Pen in the water with a shield plus sitting with a fatty. He's using the fatty as an extra shield. It'll be very difficult to snipe Le Pen. This is how a pro protects their commander. If you need to learn from somebody, learn from Le Pen. He doesn't do anything wrong. A GC spam from Le Pen. Where's Griefer's AC? Even I can't find Griefer's AC. He's Aeon. He's in the middle of the ocean walking. He is in double rise. I'd love to see Grief get the double shield, because right now, if somebody finds him, doesn't look like anybody can see him. But if somebody did find him, he'd be in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, Grief losing his missile ships for no reason. That's very inexcusable from Grief. They're wasting his huge advantage. And of course, missile ships have such longer range, they don't need to be in firing range of artillery. Suspect making GCs, Antenix. Yeah, he's down to about 2 mass extractors. Oh yeah, and the donut, that's a good choice with air control. Donuts are nice. And of course now the shields are beginning to get knocked down. There is one nuke loaded. Looks like this ship isn't even being used. Griefer is not paying attention or something. And this is one place you don't want to fly if you're Uber. There's a lot of cruisers for Le Pen. Here, minute 40, 32 cruisers, 34 shields, 6 battleships, and 7 battlecruisers. It's a very nice navy. But multiple megalith coming in. A nuke from... I'm mad, I'm not really sure. Uber asked for a navy to be nuked. You see, Le Pen is not going to move. So it probably will kill a couple ships, but it won't be that big a deal. And of course now we see shields being knocked down by Griefer. What can possibly be done here on the bottom side? I really don't see. Looks like they're just prolonging the inevitable here. Multiple GCs and fatties coming in through the middle. Yet another nuke. 105 kills already on that nuke from I'm mad. Let's see if this is. This has sped up a little bit. Once again, Le Pen is going to move sideways. This will kill a lot of wrecks. There's a lot of very juicy wrecks here for Le Pen to grab. He's currently at 63,000. He's got 50,000 mass in the bank, so he's definitely got no mass problems. He's got a huge SF spam. but the unit limit might be the problem for Le Pen. He's currently at 900 units. Megas are going to have to respect this navy even after 2 nukes. Here is still complete domination by Uber, although this is going to be a lot of dead planes for Uber flying over these cruisers. And this base slowly going away. Experimentals, did you see from Le Pen? Three anti-nukes here for Grief are very unprotected. I don't really see any point defenses. Why aren't there any point defenses here? This would be a great place for Uber to teleport in. And now we're seeing Tech 3 artillery rapid fire from Le Pen. He can totally afford that. There's enough mass here in this ocean to afford that Tech 3. And here come the Strat bombers from there is also Donut Strat bombers. Le Pen asking them to give up. Grief for doing this. This could be a big mistake. Instead of having the double RAS, getting the 2 Aeon shields, he'd be nearly indestructible in the water. But if somebody finds them there, Le Pen is going to be all alone. The last shield before this nuke dies. You can imagine this was a very slow game when they were actually playing it. More than halfway now on, and there's point defenses here for protection. Scouts from Le Pen. They want to kill everything on the left, see whether the Tsar. That could be a possibility. Megalith coming in here under the shields. Get a whole bunch of Harveys here. This would be nice to put on some transports. Some fatties moving into position. It's nearly complete. Le Pen, I think he could be reclaiming much more. He's still just at 70,000. His engineer is not doing a good job here in the water. Yet another nuke. This nuke is firing just before it's about to die. And this could be an excellent nuke if it actually hits right there. Grief for not paying attention. Oh, that is so tragic. Yeah, it does seem Griefer put his ECU in the corner and left. I don't think he's actually playing. Le Pen is the only one playing. As you can see his frustration, although he's still doing pretty good. Restore is not coming out from I'm Mad. It's to prevent these GCs from going too deep. That's a lot of Strat bombers, so if an ACU is found out, they can be in a lot of danger against those Strats. Suspect, meanwhile, yeah, this fatty is doing quite a bit of damage. Engineer is reclaiming mass for Uber. Uber, yeah, only 22,000 reclaimed. I'm ready for that rapid fire to be online. It is. It's beginning to fire. I'm not really sure if it has a certain target or if it's firing randomly. In either case, it's going to get a lot of kills. It appears that it's firing somewhere here in this position in support of the GCs. Yeah, GCs together with Salvation. Although the GCs are forced back. Here's a whole bunch of Strat Bombers. I think that was a bit of an overkill. Though those Strat Bombers are going to die against Le Pen, plus some bugs. It's quite ridiculous. Oh, and now the Salvation is going to attack here. This is going to be a huge explosion. Yeah, this is not good. Use the Tsar. This GC has made it all the way through Le Pen's, or through Suspect's base. Suspect, together with all of his evacuated engineers, has nothing left. Oh, that Uber is just a crazy dude. He just killed the Salvation. He looked at where the point defenses were and teleported just outside of range of him. And Le Pen is now going to make the correction. Oh, that is crazy. Good stuff. This is good stuff. One thing that is really ridiculous though is Griefer hasn't really, I don't think he's actually made a single extra move order in the last 10 minutes, which is really the reason this game has taken so long. If he would have done a little more microing, maybe made a couple of GCs, sent them through, his game would be over. Because Le Pen is the only one fighting. Really, this game is won besides the small tricks that Uber is pulling off. He's just surviving here. And that is annoying because Griefer has a ridiculous economy. Yeah, he's not doing anything. He's got a huge eco and he's not doing anything. That's not nice to do. Le Pen has way more mass than he knows what to do with. And he's most likely at unit limit. He's still at 865. He's going to rebuild the Salvation. This time he's got to make point defenses everywhere. And actually Uber has been fighting quite a bit over cruisers, so his ASF count is down to 220. Le Pen 87, so still a lot more for Uber. You can see here some rebuilding from I'm Mad. What is this? This is a bug from Uber in search of something to kill. And Grief, that's Grief. Let's see if Grief is ever actually spotted. That would be terrible. Some riptides from Le Pen coming in. Suspect still in the game, trying to build, so it still has hope. Oh, and Uber teleports behind Le Pen. Can Le Pen see this? He can. Is he going to react? That's the question. He may have left as well. I'm not really sure. But he definitely knows that there's something there. He's not checking, and this will be very tragic. Because that spider is going to do a lot of damage. If it takes out the anti-nuke, for example, which it can easily do. And I think this is absolutely Griefer's fault. This whole situation, because he just left. Salvation's back online. Not really sure exactly what it's targeting. Matt saying his nuke is halfway done, and the anti-nuke is in danger. There's a whole bunch of strat bombers coming in from Uber. Looks like at least some of them will make it through. No, they're trying to kill the Salvation, unable to do so. And just a simple move as taking these ships and putting them right there, he could wipe out this entire base of Uber. But he's just not paying attention. Ahmed has just exploded inside Uber's base, perhaps hit by some salvation shots. The spider is finished. This is a tragedy unfolding before our eyes here. And if you see Uber and Forge Alliance Forever, tell him whatever you feel about his gameplay in this one. And of course now Le Pen is going to find out. There's no excuse for Le Pen not to have known, because he did see this on radar. And this is what you might call a checkmate. Uber making, actually Le Pen capturing these back. One advantage that Le Pen does have, he's got the shield. But Uber does have, the Navy is pulled back for Le Pen. This could be a huge loss. Le Pen is going to come out of the water. He's going to try to overcharge. Oh, you don't want to do that, because there's going to be a laser from. Yeah, that was a nice try there from Le Pen. Can't say it's a good game, because Griefer didn't play for the last 30 minutes. So it was basically a 1 versus a whole bunch. But in reality, this game should have been won by the top side. It was won. And that's what Griefer assumed. But he left his ally Le Pen all by himself. But good play from Uber Geek all over the place. He was sniping. He was teleporting, sniping anti-nukes, sniping ACUs. He sniped mice like he was a noob right here. And he also built a spider here. Le Pen really, one thing you can say, he did make the mistake of not investigating what was in his pond. But Grief, I mean, and now finally he's going to start moving, but it's a bit late. And you can see the effect of just moving these ships a little further up. He's going to start reaching really deep. It's going to wipe all these units out. It looks like because he is at unit limit, he wasn't given the some of the better units, and Uber with air control is just going to decimate his base. This is how Griefer is going to get his unit problem solved for him. He's going to try to make some donuts in the corner. Should have been doing that a long time ago. So now this is painful to watch. Suspect with a nuke. Spider 246 kills. This is the one that was made in the pond. He's going to take out the anti-nuke. He's going to kill the naval production. More ASF. So Le Pen really did everything he could have done. He completely won his navy. He blew people up with a salvation. I mean, he sent experimentals in, chased suspect all the way in the back of Uber's base. He made one mistake, letting Uber teleport right next to him. And of course he really did not need to get out of the water. He didn't count on the laser from the ACU. Must have slipped his mind. But Grief here, really no hope. He's got no base left. The shame. Wonder if he feels any shame right now there in the corner. Yeah, it's interesting to watch. 70 minutes sentence, mostly a whole bunch of dead stuff all over the place. And this should be the finishing touches. The megalith through the back base, and that will mean Griefer is not going to have any more economy. He's already down to 8,000 power. It's 5,000, 6,000 now. Yeah, this game is basically over, and this is what should have happened about 30 minutes ago. Funny thing is, they still can't find where he is. But this should be it right there. Those scouts should have spotted him, especially with a donut on the surface. There is a hidden donut. This one's for suspect though. And here it is. This will be the game over. Nah, well, it's a good game, but shameful from Griefer there, kind of leaving his teammates, throwing the game away.